lies,
opinion,
truth,
and substance. Only we have to make sure we're real and we're them skills to be honest.
right. My real son, he tortured some folks. Hello, good people across the world. This your main man, Johnny Q, which is lies, opinions, truth, and substance. You're looking at the show Lots, and we're glad that you all been able to tune in through Global Vision TV, which is powered by Status Network. My co-host Cameron, she has something to deal with the family issues, so she will be in next show. She may call in, she may not. But just want to say how y'all doing out there. Today we're going to talk about violence with guns. You know, these past couple of weeks, there's been some disturbing things. Actually, since the year started, we've had some people through the entertainment world lose their lives. People, their main relative as their mother and father, lost their lives as well. And I want to send a condolences out to all those folks, including the people I don't know. Condolences to you as well. Today we're going to start off with some good topics, relationships, and also, like I said, violence with guns, which is going to bring us to our first topic. That is actually with Metro Boomins, one of the producers. His husband killed her in a murder-suicide. This brother here, one of the top producers. You know, this is one of those situations, man. It's heavy. You know, don't have the full story. You know, I don't have the story of why her husband would do this. You know, I can't say if they was in the breakup. You know, I can't say if he was just in his right spiritual or mentally mindset. But definitely, you know, want to see and send the prayers to Metro Boomins. You know, here, you know, people not taking the spiritual side of this seriously. And we got some more, you know, to show you as well. But right here, dealing with this situation, this a man who has lost his mother and the stepfather, if I'm not mistaken. So I just want to say this before we even go towards the next topic, man. People got to know that tomorrow is always a brighter day. Even when it's shitting on you on Monday. It might shit on you Monday through Sunday. The next following week, it may shit on you again. The next month, it may continue to piss on your parade. But I want to stop and ask people something. When you're being pissed and when things are getting thrown upon you, are you making the correct moves? Are you really in your right mind frame to take you 2 steps back? Position yourself. Put your pride aside. And that's in anything. That's in a relationship. That's in a job. That's in your career. That's in managing your household. That's in school. That's in anything. Whatever it is you're doing, that's in anything. Are you taking your 2 steps back? Analyze everything. Get ready to disperse of things. Take away things that you know you don't need at this time. And then go in a position to doing things by the right accord, to get things back in line. Because if I check through all these stories that we're about to see today, that we're about to look at on my timeline as I go through this show, I guarantee you, people want to do it the way they want to do. I'm a product of that. All right? And I know sometimes it sounds like I'm proud. I'm not proud. A lot of people not going to be able to handle the consequences that I chose to handle. A lot of people not going to be able to handle the consequences that my peers chose to handle. A lot of y'all ain't going to make it choosing and making these decisions. You're not going to make it. And I'm telling you, it ain't easy. Me doing time, that wasn't easy. If it was not for God, Jesus Christ himself, I'm telling you, I would be destroyed. I'm going to keep it real. But let me say this here. God allowed me to make a decision to put myself in a corner. God didn't come crawling to me. I had to go crawling to God. People can say whatever they want to say. Boy, it took for you to get locked up. No, I knew about God before I even got locked up. This is a little bit off subject. I'm going to get right back to this situation with the Boomins, with Metro Boomin's family. But what it was, he allowed me to corner myself. And when I cornered myself, guess what? I didn't have to swallow my pride. I could have stayed doing exactly what the hell I wanted to do, even inside the penitentiary, even inside the county jail. But I said, nah, I'm tired. You know what? You win. Let's try something your way. And what else did I have to lose? Nothing but besides some pride. I'm going to use two incidents with the Boomins family. His mother, Joanne Wayne. So it's actually the Wayne's family. Listen to what I'm about to say. Let's just say she was leaving. Let's give a quick scenario. Let's just say she was leaving. Let's say the husband messed up. However he messed up. You know, put in your own theory. And also, let's put out a theory. She just might have said, I just don't love you anymore. So either way, this does not deserve a death sentence. And as the man, he has to learn to steadfast. He has to learn to be still. He has to learn to drop his pride. He has to learn to go put himself with his own freedom, his own free will, in that same corner when I box myself in and ask God to deliver. No matter what her decisions is. That's his job as the man. And we're about to look at some more men right after this that's made the same piss poor decision dealing in relationships. I'm never going to say this enough. We got to start making better decisions even at our worstest moments. We got to. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're red. I don't care if you're yellow. I don't care if you're brown. You a man, your job is to put aside your pride. It's a lot of shit I don't want to do. Certain things I just know I got to do. It's a lot of stuff I still may wake up and rebel on. In due time, I will do it though. Y'all men got to stop thinking because your emotions is hurt. This woman or the guy who she's back in having an entanglement with, it deserves a death sentence. Boy, you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring you. I don't know what tomorrow gonna bring me. But am I gonna give myself a shot at waking up with the blessings to breathe to go get that opportunity? Or I'm gonna act like I'm 19. I'm gonna act like I'm 16, 17, 25 and under. And act like a child. Men, we got to make some better choices. We got to. Which we about to see bring us to our next subject. Here we is with the young teen. Got 24 felonies. You know, we got it up on the board to where you can read it. The young teen here threatened the Fulton County Sheriff for the arrest of all the YSL members. I'm just gonna thank God it was just a threat. See, I'm glad he wasn't able to even carry this out in no way, shape, or form. Because he's really gonna have some time, depending on how he do his time for this act. He's really gonna have some time at getting it together. Parents, this goes back to you. You are always a child first lifeline. No matter how bad your life, your upbringing was, no matter how rough it was, you are the child's first line of defense. Father and mother, you are the child's first line of defense. Man, we got a bunch of young kids out here, and they thinking about guns and killing and drugs first. And we got a lot of them that's falling by the wayside. And we got a lot of them that's making these piss-poor choices from a youthful age versus the adult age. So I'm going to ask the parents, because we're talking about a teen here. We're talking about a young man that really don't understand how he's about to be held accountable. And he probably has the I don't care attitude. But he's a child. Now, you're going to be held responsible. You're going to be held accountable. But at the same token, you got to understand he's still in the child mind frame. But I'm going to show you why you still got to be held accountable. And I really hope that it's somebody within the jail system and the prison system that's going to be able to help him. And once he get out, be able to help him maintain his sanity. And people, this is something we got to work on with all the youth who has this temperament and this mindset. So, I just want to say, hey, I really hope he gets through it. My prayers will be to him. And I thank God nothing actually went into motion. But the second video, this went into motion. Here we are in Michigan. This is another white teen.
All right, have a nice day. Come on in the back. What? Come on in the back. Are you serious? Hey! Yeah. Here, get out, Bryce. Here, take it.
That was a 12-year-old robs a gas station in Michigan, Hartsfield, Michigan, Hartford, Michigan. Say the 12-year-old stole his guardian's gun, which I believe is the grandfather, and went and robbed a convenience store. When the lady asked, was he serious, he cocked that thing back and let her know that it's not a game. Why is a 12-year-old even thinking about robbing a gas station? It goes back to what I was just saying about the young man who told the Fulton County who told the Fulton County Sheriff, you don't let all my YSL members go. Hey, finna come shoot everybody. It's a real disturbancy out here. And one is spiritual, which is, the enemy, Satan itself. A lot of people may not believe. That's on you. And the other part is fleshly. Because once your body and your mind have had a taste of something, it's like that piece of candy. It constantly wants it. You're 12-year-olds and you actually had the nerve to commit an armed robbery and let off a shot to let someone know you wasn't playing. Where is the parent? Where is that real guardian? I know sometimes parents do the best they can with what they got. Certain parents just, sometimes they're really only young and kids themselves. Other guardians, they just trying to do the best they can with what they got. But a lot of times as adults, we learning your best just ain't good enough. America, whoever the world leaders are, or whoever pretend to be in these seats, y'all also failing as well. Because this violence that we seeing with guns, it's at a rate that's unheard of. This worse than Prohibition when Tommy guns was out, from what I'm seeing. And I keep telling y'all politicians who want to be at the forefront, who want to have this freedom to show people how to do it the correct way, all y'all politicians, all of you, y'all going about this the wrong way. And the reason all of you are wrong, because ain't nobody calling out the ones who is making the permanently decisions. Ain't nobody calling them out. So all y'all in cahoots. And people can say how they want to say it. People can try to call here or email me as they usually do and be like, nah, it ain't going that way. Yeah, it is going that way. Silence is betrayal. That's something I really learned from King. Don't keep taking, I'm going to go back to it again. Do not keep taking these positions and you're not going to do the right thing by them. And it's just that simple. Don't keep asking to be president and you know you're not going to do what it takes to lead and be properly prepared by the people of this world. Don't ask to be governor, you knowing you're not going to do right by everybody in the state and not just by a certain part of the state. Don't ask to be mayor and you know you ain't ready to do right by the whole city versus just by a portion of the city. Don't ask to be city councilman and you're not going to keep the pressure on the one above you, like the mayor, like the lieutenant governor, like the governor, and all you want to do is line your pockets up. Don't ask to be over board of education, and you're not going to be right by every school that deals with education. Don't ask to be a police officer knowing you do not know how to protect and serve. See, all these things are real simple. It ain't really that hard. You either gonna do the job or you're not. You either gonna be a civilian or you gonna be a criminal. Pick one. You can't serve the two. That's something God has definitely showed me. Now, it don't mean that we still won't try. It don't mean that the flesh won't get weak. That's understandable. We ain't nothing but human. But when you gonna learn? See, that's what I'm asking the people. When you gonna learn? And I tell on myself through this show. When I'm saying these things, don't think I ain't talking to me too. Because I am. So a lot of y'all, when y'all text me back or happen to see me in the street, and y'all, listen, I'm talking to me too. I ain't no different than you because I'm on this platform. It's just we face with different things because we both do different things. We don't have the same, we're not in the same places and we're not in the same careers. But we both face with the same fight. That fleshly battle and that spiritual battle. And we both get attacked, but in different ways. Parents and officials, hey, y'all got to step your game up. Y'all got to step this mindset up because it's failing out here. And it's looking real bad. You know, I know I'll be serious a lot of times up here. But with this next segment about to come up, we're going to have a little, and you know, this really for the women. I mean, I really want to know, y'all women tell me what you think when guys are doing this BBL. So here we have the young gentleman, Brand Mankivo. So, you know, I'll let him tell his story.
So look, I'm gonna show y'all, like, this how you're supposed to look after you working out. You gotta be working out hard as hell though, you know what I'm saying? Like after the fact. You feel me? So I had him take fat from everywhere, you know what I'm saying, to form my, you know what I'm saying, my lower back, my legs, everything, you feel me? Fat anywhere, like everything was weird about my body, like, cause I weighed 284, you feel me? So this 220 right here, you know what I mean? Like with my busting hard, you know what I'm saying? But my chest was hanging over, it was bad as hell. Now I'm decent, like, you know what I'm saying? Get right. And you know what's crazy? What's so crazy is I was like, man, at first I wasn't even with no, like, you know, lipo. I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. But then all my rich homies, they like, man, everybody do that. Just be low key. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, fuck now, let's get it. I'm tired of going to the gym a million times and my stomach's still big as hell. Like, I'm literally, like they say when you do lipo, fat cells really don't grow back as quick as long as you do it the right way, you feel me? So.
Well, women, I mean, hey, y'all tell me what you think. I don't know, Joe, would you get a BBL? Me personally, I don't think that was a good idea. You know, I guess I guess other people do. I have heard a lot of women say, nah, that's okay. They would not do it. I mean, me personally, I got to stay at the gym. Listen, certain things men can do. Just my opinion right now, my opinion. This one of them you can't do. You just can't do it as a man. You know, a woman who probably says okay, or a man who says okay, as you see, like he say, all his rich friends, they did it. You know. A man got to put in work. That's what a woman is used to seeing from men. You know, I could take my way of putting in the shortcut from hustling, but it was still work. Here, like you say, you know, like he said, the fat cells won't grow back as fast. All he got to do is now maintain the workout. All his rich friends have done it, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Man, I guess, hey, if that's what he chooses to do, it wouldn't be my choice. You know, if I really got to get it in and I got the money, you know, one thing I know, no matter how old a man gets, no matter how much he weighs, you know, a lot of times you got to implement the old rule, like college. You got to go into 2 and 3 a day workouts. And if you having money, that's what you go do. You go into your 2 or 3 day workout. You get up in the morning, go hour. Afternoon, you pick you another time and go 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And then at nighttime, right before dinner time, you go get you another hour in. And that right there is going to speed your body up, and it's going to break it down. And the shape that you're looking for, it's going to come on. It's going to come right on in. But this shortcut, man, BBLs and man switching to, you know, same thing, you know, when y'all start getting these women bodies. Because if it's one thing I see from his BBL, they gave him that little V shape. Now, men have a V shape, but you look at a man once that V starts where his 6 and 4 pack at, without the BBL, it kind of has that man resemblance. That one has that woman resemblance because it's so straight. Like men kind of have a straight one, but it kind of has that oval shape. But nah, bruh, I'm going to be honest with you. That ain't it. You sure you don't want now, Joe? Man, you know what, Joe? It was 285. Did you? I don't know if you saw. Did you see the other dude who was? I want to say he was 680, Joe. I don't know. I think he was like 650 or something. I'm trying to make sure, because I think they showed it yesterday. I thought I had saved it, so I didn't save it, Joe. But the reason I brought that up, because he was at 600 and some pounds. And he could have did the BBL, right? But Buddy say that he was so determined that he started doing the 2 and 3 a days. The dude that was 600 and some pounds, 2 or 3 day workout. And guess what he did? He shaped all of it up. Next time, during our next show, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna go back through my history and I'm gonna find it. Cause they were showing him on Facebook. So yeah. But nah, I wouldn't I ain't doing no BBL. That just ain't happening. Now, we kind of, we talked about, had a little fun time with the BBL incident. We talked about the violence with guns, because the reason I say it's violence with guns, because one, these particular people who we just saw at the beginning, they chose violence. And then they decided to go into an act or do the actual heinous act with the gun. Here we is, somebody's gonna do it with words. This is a situation going on with Lil Boosie. And I think the person name is Michelle Brown. And you know, Boosie thought he had a grandson. And come to find out that that's the real child's father right here. And the other part of the story is that supposedly it's not even her child. It's the friend of the family child. But she took the baby and told Boosie's son, this is your child. Boosie say he kind of had doubts, but he didn't know. And Boosie like, all right, hey, you say it's my grandson. Cool, let's go. Let's rock and roll. You know, I ain't going to put kids through what I would normally put an adult through to prove it. My son kind of believe it's his. Y'all been messing with each other. You know, y'all had it off and on. Cool, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Come to find out, and I'm going to let y'all hear it out of Boosie's mouth one time so people won't say I said it. But I'm going to let Boosie express his own feelings about how he said it and what he think about it. And then I also still want y'all to see the respect level because he knows she's young. And how what he normally would say versus what he did say to her. Huh? Yeah, he blamed the mama too. But I was just talking about the way he did it with his own choice of words. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it really shows growth. It shows the maturity. But he really could have went in on him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he really could have. The evidence is showing that she's been lying. And let's just say it's still the little 1% because everything else haven't. I mean, the number one thing haven't came to the forefront. The forefront is her admitting her guilt. So I'm going to leave the 1% of saying, I'm going to leave the 1%, let's just saying it is true. But she's acting like it's a lie in the process, though. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like she's playing both sides, like, I'm still ain't going to let you know if it's true or not. But then when you point out all this other evidence, it's showing that she's a liar. It's showing that she really used somebody else's kid. But like I say, that small little 1%, she's saying, Boosie, you a lie. But when Boosie say, show me your pregnant pictures. Show me where you was pregnant at. Show me on the wristband your name with the child's name. See, you don't have none of these things. Your mama don't even have or even the child father, who child it really is, he don't have a snapshot of you. There's nothing saying that you were even in the hospital with this baby. It's just showing you with the baby. And that you tried to make it be Boosie's grandson. So I'm going to let y'all hear it out of Boosie's own mouth. Joe, do we have that video? Oh, okay. Well, I thought we had the video. Okay. But, you know, Boosie happy. You know, he did offer to buy everybody drinks who was showing up at whatever club he chose. He was ready to celebrate. But I'm going to tell you something that people didn't see. He was happy, but he was also disappointed. I study people a lot, so I know what it looked like. And I saw at that quick moment to where he still was like, man, you know, he kind of knew the truth. But like I say, he didn't push the emblem to find it. He just let it fall in place in his own lap, and it fell that way. But here it is, a man who done got used to having a grandchild. He didn't want his son to make him a grandchild this early. Because I done heard Boosie, listen, some things Boosie show him to, well, how we grew up. I've heard Boosie speak to his children to the point to where he wanted them to do it the right way. Like most parents do. But it's no telling the quality of time just within these months Boosie done shared with this kid. So Boosie is attached in one way. And now you snatch all that away. Yeah, he thankful for the truth, but don't think that he doesn't have an emotion about this grandchild that was put in his lap. I'm glad Boosie didn't grab a gun. I know a lot of people don't really understand what they do at certain times. And if this is a lie, like I said, and it's showing that it's about to be a lie, I need this young lady to learn something. This lie was never worth telling. It was never worth telling. One, you got a child involved, and you got a whole nother family involved. And you got the real family involved. Do you understand the chaos you could have caused right there? Women, I don't really know if y'all really understand how far y'all would take a lie. Men lie. You hear me? Men can do some lying. And men can be destructive. Women will burn a whole country down on top of a lie. They will burn it. Men will destroy some shit and rebuild it. Women will burn everything. They will annihilate every single thing in its way, including children. Men will destroy. Women will annihilate. This could have been an annihilation between three families. The real child father family, Boosie family, as well as her own family. And I know people didn't even look at it like that. If this is true, what's being shown from the evidence that Boosie them has, that's three families that's involved. This was a lie that was not worth telling, young lady. And I really hope this lady, that is somebody around her that help her understand that the truth she really needs to be in. Because this really could have got very, very out of hand. Could you just imagine a Boosie from 15 years ago? In this current situation? It ain't no telling how this would have spun. It ain't no telling how the real child father would have really wanted to act. And then her family got to be her family, which means they got to come to her aid. I'm telling y'all, man. Yeah, hey, we got to make some better choices. Adults got to start being on top of these things. And if her mother really knew this was a lie, as well as her father, see, this some shit could have been checked real early. I'm really beginning to see that it's evil intentions at the root of everybody how they want to get money. And I don't think people really understanding that. There's an evil intent of how you want to get money. And y'all people better start understanding that. And you better start holding yourself accountable about what are you willing to do to get money? How far are you willing to go? Certain things, me and my crew, we just wasn't gonna do. We knew women and kids was off limits of getting money. We knew that. I look around now, anything goes. If this story is true, like I say, from what Boosie has, you were willing to try to con a family into taking care of a child that wasn't theirs and you. Parents, be careful what you teach your kids. Be careful how you interact with your kids. See, me as a parent, like I tell my kids, I'm going to do shit the way I want to do it. But y'all will never get that luxury. Does that make it right? No, it don't make it right. Because I'm telling you, it don't make it right. But guess what? I tell my kids all the time, then you should have had me. Because this how my show gonna go. And anytime and one of y'all don't like it, there's a door. But right here, while I provide for you, while I take care of you, while you're up under my roof, while you choose to be up under your mother's roof, this the law. You don't like my law, get the fuck out. And that ain't what I'm seeing from parents today. What I'm seeing from parents today is you're not teaching your children all the correct ways. You're not giving them an option to do right, as well as to make their own decision to do wrong. You're not giving them the option to serve a God or not to serve one. You're not putting emphasis on correction, reproof, and understanding by all righteousness. You're not even forcing it. You got people now selling their kids, selling their children for their own benefit. And it's sickening. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be real repercussions. I might can't hold you accountable outside of this platform, but I promise you there's something that is. Which brings us up to my next one. Here it is. We have a rapper, you know, from Atlanta. Tory Cooper, better known as Trouble, who was killed just the other day by Michael Jones, who broke into his ex-girlfriend's house, started fighting her and Trouble, and they sleep around about, I think it was around about 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and basically end up shooting Trouble in his chest one time, and Trouble died right on the scene. We got two people just lost their life. We got one who finna be in prison for the rest of his life. We got the other one who's about to be buried. Young women. You know, me and my producer was talking. Now, I will say it's true because they say he forced his way inside the house. He kicked the door in. So she did actually put him out. He didn't have a key. He didn't knock to come in. He forced his way in there. But they only had been broken up a week. True enough, she been fed up for the last 3 years. And we all have those moments where we know we feel for the other individual. She said he did not want to pay any bills, not any. He didn't even want to pay to get the grass cut. Basically, he didn't have nowhere to go. Young men, let me tell y'all something. It's hard staying with a woman and you ain't bringing in no money. And I do mean no money. It's hard staying with a woman. A woman can put you out at any time. This does not make the woman the bad guy. The woman isn't the bad guy here. Michael, I don't know if anybody told you, when you move in with a woman, you got to be ready to sustain her and the bills. That's just how it go. That's just how that living go. When you can't do it, most women, they're going to try to work with you, but then most of them, hey, you got to go in and go. Especially when you're doing nothing. She's saying you just like to sit at home and play PlayStation. You can't be 30 years old sitting at home trying to play PlayStation. You got to do something, bro. You got to do some Uber. You got to do some Lyft. You got to do something. And even if she don't want you after that, bro, you got to live in your car. And you got to go up to the truck stop and wash your ass until you get it all back together. See, this how I go with men. Women get the luxury of making a man move out his own shit that he paid for. Because a man works for the woman. Yeah, some of us come up on the real playerism. You know, that's just how it goes. Some of us have that edge. A lot of us not gonna have it. A lot of us men are not gonna have that edge. You can't have what everybody else have. How else you saw any other man get it and how they did it, you don't have that edge, bro. That's why this murder was committed. And y'all women, I want to ask y'all to do one thing better. When you know you just broke up with a man, don't you invite no other man to stay in with you. Especially when you know that this other man ain't wrapped too tight. Because these are the incidents that happen. Men, this why you got to have your own. Because now, I know my house is secured. Ain't nobody kicking in this door. And then, men, you have to start learning how to fucking stand up, too. But you can't stand up in nobody else's shit. You got to have your own domain. See, I come from the real old school. People can talk about how bad it was and all that. Yes, I've had my share to where I was crazy about a woman. And I thank God. And my partner, I have to give thanks to him, that I did not carry out what we just seen Jamichaels just do. What I seen Boy Wonder do. What I seen the Bruce Gaines do. What I seen Billy do. I'm glad I did not commit that act. I'm glad I came up under, hey boy, oh, she put you out? All right, boy, you got a car? You better go in that car for 30 days. You better take your ass down to that truck stop. See, I had some partners for real, yeah. You know, and I even had some relatives. They wouldn't let me in. But like a partner told me, no, boy, you need to see what it's like to tough it out, boy. So you won't never make this mistake again, John. And if you do decide to do what you just did, you still gonna be all the way up on your shit. You ain't gonna take it for granted. You ain't gonna stay in this condition right here. And that's what happened. That's what Michaels did. He took something for granted like it was owed to him. And when she woke up and she smelled the roses, and she like, no, boy, you ain't contributing nothing. It's time for you to go. He couldn't take it. And then you seeing somebody put that Johnson in them, and you can't do it. Your pride come in. And that enemy tell you, you gonna let another nigga take what you got? First of all, it ain't yours no way. You don't even pay rent though. Your name ain't on the lease. You sitting there playing PlayStation all day. And let's just say it was. Let's just say your name was there. And you was paying the bill. You don't own her legs. She can do with those legs whatever she chooses to do. No, we not gonna like it. What man ain't gonna think he on the poo nanny when he going in it? When he making it do what he want to do, when he make it talk back to him, when it fits him. Of course, that's every man. Yeah, he think he got a right to it. But let me tell you something. You don't. You don't. You ain't married to her, and even when you're married to her, you still don't own it. It's hers. You could be at work. It could be another man coming down tearing her ass up. What you gonna do? You at work. You don't have to be at work. You could be on your way from work. If he in there, the damage been done. Or even sometimes you can be there. And it can still happen right there in front of your face and you never know it. The reason I give those scenarios right there, because I want to let men know you don't own nothing. You got women who right now is forced into slavery sex acts. They're forced in it. But let me show you something. If it's a guy there who she likes doing sex slavery, she getting to him for free. Everybody else getting paid. And not even the boss man know that. See, I done seen this in the real world. You can't force a woman to do something that she does not want to cooperate and do. And even when you do force it, she's still gonna do something that you have no knowledge of. The only way you're gonna have knowledge of it, she chained to that wall. And she can't move from where my seat is to the back, maybe 2 feet behind me. And she's chained out. And guess where you sleeping at? You sleeping right there every day. And you got your eye on her. But that means you feeding her, you clothing her, you doing everything. And ain't nobody else around her. But if it's 1 or 2 people around, I guarantee you. And you start to where you can't be seated and laying there 24 hours, 7 days a week, I promise you, you walk off from that spot, it's something happening you don't know about. So I use that quick little scenario right there to let every man know. Every man. You don't own nothing. Yeah, it feel good when she telling you, yeah, it's yours, baby. You my world. It's yours, daddy. You know how they say, it's yours, daddy. I love you, daddy. You my world, daddy. Boy, a person is like the weather. Notice I said a person is like the weather. What happened with the weather? it change every day. You can't even predict. You can feel the wind blowing. And I ask people this when the wind blowing, which way is blowing from? Then they'll tell me this way. I tell them to turn a different way, and the wind hit totally different. So I say, which way is the wind blowing? Yeah, I don't know. That's how people live. You don't know. You don't know. But yet you'll give up your life for something you don't even know. See, that's where I'm going with this. You gave up your life for something that you thought was predictable, that the enemy told you you could predict. The enemy told you you got control of. The only thing in this world you got control of is you. People, this has been another good show. From your host, Johnny Q. Want to send Camera Hope the best of love to you and your family. This is Lots TV. You can catch us on Status Network, which is powered by Status Network through Global Vision TV, or YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. People, be safe, stay blessed. Lies,
Opinion
truth,
and substance. Only media can show you real and none of them skills to be honest.